Alright traders, we're back. Check this out. Pound Aussie again. We were here about 4 days ago, I believe, but we felt that we owe you an update regarding this one because there were really interesting developments just over the last weekend, basically last Friday. We were waiting, we were preparing for price to move all the way to 75.68. Now, it's still the case, by the way, right? But when we were here last time, we were basically following up that move, that downside move. We flipped over. We flipped over on the short position when price broke below 82.75 and 82.17. It did that in a single day, right? That was the moment, and then crossing the 280 moving average. So we got involved with a short position. Was very successful. Now the original target here was 75.68, right? We knew right from the get-go we were entering a pretty ambitious move here, right? According to the big picture, that's what we should have been expected, because we were counting on a full move from the very top of that setup all the way back to the lower section here, basically building up a full downside leg, in this case the fifth leg. But what I did say at the time when we were beginning to descend here was that we have to take notice of a very significant support level, 79.14. That's actually the bottom support of the blue system, which was, as far as I was concerned back at the time, was going to be a major obstacle. Right? So I thought we might have to break down this move into two separate steps, right? The first step, taking price to 79.14. Second step would have to be a separate one when we're going to engage with another move. Once price can prove to break below 79.14, we can take the second step all the way to 75.68, final destination. Now, obviously, I was hoping that we could make it in one shot. However, take a look what happened here just last Friday, and I think that begs the big question with regards to this particular bearish campaign. We've decided to end it, right? Because we've had this massive reaction on that 79.14 when price, even though dipping below during the week last week, was actually trading below 79.14 for a few days, managed to come all the way up and ended up, as you can see, closing back inside the this blue system, and that's not a very encouraging sign if you hold a short position, because that's actually kind of suggests that price is unable to break through, and it has a good chance to completely reverse and move back to the higher section. Right now I'm still talking only about the blue system, which represents the short to medium term cycle. Right? The long-term cycle is represented by the black system, which is still basically pointing out for a move, all the way to the lower section, but it just could be a delayed move, right? So we can have another upside leg and another downside leg, which would end up eventually at the lower section, completing both the blue system, right, and the black system here. So I think we have to take precautionary measures at this point. We decided to step out. We're going to take a bit of a break, and probably we're going to stay on the sideline for a few days. We might actually decide to flip over again and establish a bullish position just according to the blue setup, right? Trying to take another upside leg here all the way to 86.78. That might be the case here. But the very fact of the matter is we want to wait a few days, because price may actually decide to break through 79.14. Even though it failed last Friday, it doesn't mean it's not going to push through. So we want to make sure that it can break back below 79.14 here. So we want to have probably at least a day or two where price is coming back down and trading back below 79.14 before we're going to pull the trigger and reestablish another bearish position, right? This time trying to complete the move to 75.68. So it's really interesting right now at this point. Pound Aussie, it's in a classic make or break situation. We'll have to come back and follow up on this one. That's about that for the Pound Aussie, guys. That's about that for today. See you tomorrow.